Alright, welcome back to some more regular expression videos. Today we're not going to talk about any more syntax. Well, we'll probably talk about syntax, but specifically we're just going to go through some examples now. In the last however many videos are in this playlist, I think there are like 6 maybe, we've just talked about different syntax and what they mean and how you can use them in regular expressions. And now I want to go through some examples, some exercise problems together. And I think that's where you can get the most value, is just by doing these. And if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing. That way you don't miss any in the future. Also, if you're bored, go check out my website, codingunderpressure.com. It'll be linked down below. I try to make content out there regularly, so maybe you'll find something useful. So I found this website, regextutorials.com, where they have different exercises. I thought we could go through some of these together. Here's the first one: floating point numbers. Match numbers containing floating points, skip those that don't. And they show you which ones should be matched. And with that, we can go ahead and create a pattern and make sure that they are matched. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to copy this whole thing, and I'm going to use the website that we've been using since the start, regex101.com, to help us test and debug our regular expression. Okay, so we only want the floating point numbers from this test string. So we don't care about these first 3. We want to grab this one, and this one to match. So I'm going to use the character case \d to say give me all digits, and then here I'm going to put a star because it could be 0 point something, or a number point something, or number point something. It doesn't really matter how many numbers before the point. And then we want a dot, but we want the literal dot, not just the dot that means any character. So we have to put a \/ in front of it, and then another assortment of numbers. Now I'm not quite sure how many we expect to be after the decimal point, but I would think at least 1. So I'm going to put a plus, which means 1 or more. And this is the regular expression I would use for what I know of this problem. And let's see if this ends up working. Here we have a match with all of the floating point numbers, and we get correct down below. So let's hop over and see what the next exercise is. And this was interesting. It says match titles of all films produced before 1990. And you can see we have all of these movies, and at the very end, they have the year of the movie in the title. And we want all of the movie titles that are before 1990. So once again, I'm going to copy all of this, put it in our regex 101. And what I'm thinking here is we don't care what's up into this date. This date is what we're going to end up focusing on. So I'm just going to put .* to mean everything, and then the literal open parenthesis by putting a \ and then the open parenthesis. And now we want to focus on the numbers, and I expect the first number to always be a 1 because there weren't any movies created, believe it or not, before the year 1000. And so we're going to use that to our advantage. The next one, we could also put a 9 because there weren't any movies before 1900, but for the sake of things, I'm just going to put 0 through 9. And then the next one is going to be a different set. It's going to go from 0 to 8 because we want all the movies before 1990. So the highest number we can go to is 1989. And then lastly, we can do another set 0 to 9. Here I could also do the \d if I wanted to mean any digit. But I'm going to keep it with the sets just so it's more consistent, I guess. And then we want the \ closing parenthesis to mean this is the end of that date portion and the rest of the string. Now if we look, I don't see a movie that is highlighted, the title is highlighted before 1990. All the ones after 1990 are not a match. So I think this works. Let's copy this and put it into our tester here. And here we go, we got it correct. And let's just do one more in this video. And then this one, match 24-bit hexadecimal colors, skip 12-bit colors. So these first 5 colors are 24-bit, and the 12-bit have 3 characters, while the 24 have 6. So let's copy these back into our regex 101. And here we're pretty much doing the same kind of thing. We're doing a .* because we don't really care about everything up into the pound symbol or the hash symbol, and then pound, and then I'm going to use the \w for word, and this is going to have a value in curly braces of 6 because we want 6 values of the word, not 3. If we did word and then 3 values, here we would get some of the 24-bit colors, but not the whole entire string of it. And then we'd get also the 12-bit because they have 3 characters after the pound symbol. So we're going to make it 6, and then just for an added bonus, I'm going to put the $sign to say this is the end of the string. And I'll copy this, put it into our tester. And here we don't have a match, and I guess it's because I didn't read this problem correctly. If we just clear this out really quick, everything in blue is what we're wanting to match. So we only want to match the hexadecimal value. We don't want to match the word value of the color, or like Alice blue right here. I didn't realize that. So if we paste it back and we take away the dot and the star, now we have the correct match because we're just going to grab this piece, not the whole entire string like I originally did. Okay, so those are some 3 examples that we went ahead and did together. I plan on doing some more, so stay tuned for those if you're interested, and I hope to see you in a future video.